Welcome to Quantum Akashic Soul. I am your guide, Elasa. And I want to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and I'm sure many of you out there. This topic on relationships and repairing them, upgrading them with self, with others, is huge, especially right now where we have just found ourselves in the field, rising out of the ashes like the phoenix. So a lot of you might have felt like you are, on an island by yourself at times, maybe presently, and you want people back in your life. You want to have others in your life, for that's what life's about, is to actually enjoy love with others. Being by yourself on the island can be quiet and maybe enjoyable for a while, but there will be a time you get bored and you're wanting to share with the other. So those others in your life are really ready for you to dive into this video. So I ask you a few questions. Are you experiencing relationships that have you feeling like this image here? Closed off, angry by yourself, feel like no one understands you, no one understands you. Do you feel you will never meet your soulmate? If that's you, literally, meaning you are your best soulmate and you're not going to find any other soulmate out there until you love yourself. But if that's you, then this video is for you. Is your life on the non-receiving end, where you feel like you just can't get up, you can't rise, you can't receive, whether it's love, money, wellness, you name it, you feel like you're at the short end of the stick? Or do you feel like you're alone in this world forever and there's really no one out there for you? So next we want to go over and revisit the Heart Math Institute research with this next slide. And, we have to remember that we are living in a holographic reality. For those of you who are understanding that approach to the realization that you are projecting this life in front of you, that your avatar is a perfected technology of sorts, that this body, this human body, projects light, and from the vibrational frequencies that are being emitted from your energy centers, that light is cascaded in the holographic green screen, a picture of the matching vibrations. So if you answered yes to any of those questions I just asked you, 9 times out of 10, you've been living in fear rather than love vibration. And this has been the work that I've been called to do in the last 2 quantum books that we've just recently written, in the third on the rise. This has been the biggest topic of finding and excavating any fear programming possible and moving into the center point, the 0 point of the heart, and really finding your seat again there so that you can live from love, make decisions, choices from love, be in the presence of love, feel love, and be here now. Would you like to quantum jump to a new vibrational now, where all is possible regarding relationships, love, soulmates, and receiving of all kinds? Well, forgiveness of self is the first key. And some of you are going to ask, why? They did stuff to me. That's why I can't find anyone, is because there's no good people out there. Well, remember, this is a vibrational reality that's being projected by you. So most of us, or you, or others, may be carrying around baggage of perceptions of past relationships from their mother and father, possibly first loves. And those heavy, dense frequencies, vibrational imprints, programming is coloring your now, creating the same vibrational match in projections. So we really, are finding that we have to forgive ourselves for even thinking that it was the other, and forgive ourselves for understanding how this reality was actually created. And that forgiveness of self, of being the one who has been projecting these realities, is a huge unlocking agent that will give you the momentum, the clarity, the fuel to go ahead and do all the additional forgiveness work of the other. So some of you are going to have to find out, where did this originate? Where did I misperceive love to be what's happening right now? Where did I misunderstand that the other is a repeat of my father, or repeat of my mother, or repeat of my first love? Where is that in the Akashic records? And a lot of you that I've recently been talking to feel like, you don't want to go into the past, especially with the new things that I'm sharing about being very present in love and making new choices from love. But what I've found is that by having a deep understanding of where something originated, you actually use that Akashic record like compost to then feed and revibrate, rejuvenate your now with all that density that was literally being held like an anchor, or held like a sandbag on a hot air balloon, keeping that hot air balloon from rising into the air, rising into the heart. So when we find those sand crystals that are holding density, holding misunderstandings, holding imprints from those originating points, that record can then be vibrated with forgiveness, with understanding, and that vibration, sometimes tears will come out, but the vibration that you release from that density packet literally calls those light particles back to you, so that you can now use that light, use those plasma particles, that essence, that soul essence, to create a new now. So there's nothing lurking under current-wise that you maybe felt like, I'll just bypass finding out where it originated and just go ahead and make a new now. So what I find is those who do bypass that step and don't really understand, they'll create amazing nows. However, they'll feel like as soon as they create that now, right behind it comes the old version of the other, that they still haven't found why they keep reproducing, reprojecting the other in a certain way. And they'll tell me, Elasa, I did the work. I see them now. I forgive them. I forgive myself. And I'll remind you, what was your dream last night? And a lot of times when you're seeking this information, it's going to come in your dream state. You can use the Akashic Soul Pro app and do muscle testing to find out who, what, when, where, why. It'll be in front of you and other people's relationships around you, because everything's projecting the reality of truth to you, of what needs to be healed. And so you may feel like you're helping a friend, but really that friend is showing you yourself. Or that dream that you had last night of your first love, and it could be that your first love in the dream, it is representing your current partner. I do find that happens a lot, is that you typically are dreaming very close to the now. So if your dream last night was of a current partner, but they were wearing the bodysuit of your first lover, then usually that archetype of your first love is coming in the dream state, and the subconscious showing you how the next day your partner will act. And maybe it's not your first love, maybe it's your 12th, but some significant past imprint usually will rear its head in the dream state, trying to show you what wants to heal, show you what wants to be understood, and say, okay, I'm done with that. I forgive you. I understand that I misunderstood, that I was projecting the reality through me. And I was repeating what I saw of my parents, thinking that was love. I was repeating what I saw from my past life. I was repeating the misunderstanding of what the other really is, this reflection of me, of God, eternal, I am. And forgive me, forgive myself. So we remind you that, these seeds of imprinted thoughts are bound by unprocessed vibrational feelings, and they will lift you quicker and assist you to sustain heart-centered reality projections if you just go ahead and look and find out who, what, when, where, why. You don't have to hang out there too long. Just understand, get a grand aha, see how you're still projecting that into now, and choose differently. You can tell yourself at dream time, higher self, all my subconscious makeup, I'd like you to go ahead and pull up anything that needs to be defragged, cleared, dissolved, and give me the biggest aha about it. And if you wake up feeling like, oh man, if that was my dream, is my tomorrow going to be like that when I wake up? And what I remind all of us in the lucid dreaming research we're doing right now is that no, it doesn't have to be that. You could lay there at 3:33 a.m., woke up from the dream, and go ahead and rewrite it, visualize it, intend to be in the higher upper astral, the higher vibration, the ascended reality of that now. And you command that this now will be how you visualize it, and feel your heart expand into it, and relax and breathe. So remember, as above, so below. We are rising out of the lower astral, out of these fear programmings, misunderstandings, literally living like a half reality, and awakening to the field, the plane of existence, the ether, the Akash, that huge plane of the eternal awareness that surrounds you is you, and it's just reflecting you back. So rising into the occasion of the upper astral, the upper ascended realm, to the upper room, to have an ascension and then an ascension back to our heart. So as we get to the heart, remember that, when you're placing your hands on your heart, you want to feel it soften. You want to feel plasma. If you don't know what plasma feels like cool elixir of love. It feels like if you were ever congested, all of a sudden your ears pop, your sinuses clear, your crown opens. That is the feeling of the energy vibrating high enough that all of a sudden your full torus starts moving and the plasma starts moving and grooving out of places that it was stagnant and lying dormant. So you want to feel the covering the heart, that muscle soften, called the pericardium, so that the plasma, the blood plasma, begins to move. And you may even guide yourself. I will add that into a guided meditation, maybe not today's, because we've got action-packed sharing. But I will suggest that you guide yourself with liquid love light and liquefy that plasma, soften the pericardium, and go through each ventricle, top, if you're, inside yourself looking out of the body, the top right, down lower right, over to the left lower lobe, up to the top quadrant of the heart, top left. And then it'll go down out the arteries, out your arms, down your leg, your left leg, to your right leg, up to your right arm, and throughout all the body organs, muscles, etc., brain, lungs is the last. And so as you're moving that plasma, realize that's going to also, in the first dimension, actualize the embodiment of your highest realities coming true. So we need to embody. We are here to experience this place at the highest possibilities. So remember that nothing is being done to you, but it's being done through you. And you're projecting this vibrational experience, and there's an infinite possibility of the I am and the others. So all those others around you are waiting for you to forgive yourself, to see them differently, to perceive things differently, so that they can be the next version. They are not doing things to you. They are just matching vibrationally and the expectations you're having in your subconscious, that you're basing your past, those neurons that are firing and wiring together, like Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about. When we base our past and we don't do this healing and forgiveness work of the past, what's happening is you're just utilizing those hardwired programs to keep projecting again and again the same past, over and over again, lifetime after lifetime, until you wake up. And you wake up to the now, you come out of the past, and you start building new programs, new synapses, new pathways in the brain, as well as the whole brain illuminating of the illuminated brain, illuminated heart, illuminated all the cells, so that you can actualize wholeness where everybody wins. Everyone loves you. You love everybody. We're in it to win it, for this whole experience to actualize itself where all love you. And you've got to allow that. So the moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of the body. Dr. Bruce Lipton reminds us about that, and that's the key here. So we're going to be doing some exercises for this reprogramming and changing the chemistry of the body, changing the neural pathways, and really freeing yourself to a new now that is infinite in potential and possibility. So how do we let these old perceptions and programs of fearful past go? Well, you must rewrite your new nows. Okay, so some of the upper room work is still going on for you, for myself, many others, and it requires new affirmations. It requires repetition of new affirmations like everything works out for me, everyone loves me, I love everyone. We've got to have a new default setting, a new inner voice whispering these sweet I love yous to ourselves about self and all others. So we have to allow the heart to do the magic. So let's do 3 practices to instantly open your heart and realign your relationships to love. Are you ready? And when we do this, it will awaken new possibilities with all our relationships, allowing you to receive in magical ways of all kinds. Let's go ahead and get comfortable. Turn off any cell phone ringers. Place yourself in a cozy room or space. Sit outside. And either sit up in a meditative position or lay back. Close your eyes and breathe as we do these 3 practices to open up your heart and allow for new relationships to exist. We want you to go ahead and choose one relationship that you want to heal. Think of who that is, and it could indeed be yourself, but for most of you, it's going to be a partner, a friend, a relative, someone you're wanting to improve your relationship 1,000 times. In this first exercise, we're going to get our heart connected and expanded. So as we either sit or lay back, just let go of the surroundings, the room, the chair, the bed. And allow for your heart to receive the love of the mother. Deep at the core of the earth, a beautiful stream of love light comes up and nurtures your heart. The love of the Father. Imagine this beautiful, great central sun sends a beam of light to your heart, surrounding it and making it feel so supported and strong. And take another breath and allow those lights just to merge and marry, expanding your heart, expanding the awareness of your heart, your body, your subtle bodies, 5,000 times the original awareness focus. Keep breathing and allowing for your heart to expand wider, for the light to radiate farther. And allow yourself just to smile so that a lift in frequency begins to vibrate the heart into higher, expanded states of feeling. Think of one thing you are so grateful for, and thank 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you for my health, for being able to breathe. Whatever that is. As your heart is expanded and you are holding a state of gratitude, a smile is on your face. We want you to go ahead and imagine the most evolved version of this other being, their soul, their higher self, has come for this exercise. And this evolved, perfected state, higher self, is going to come up to you from the distance as a light being and approach you. This evolved version of them wants to give you the biggest hug. They have been waiting to give you this hug. They have been waiting for you to allow and receive this hug. Allow them to hug you. Allow yourself to feel the sensations, the touch on your shoulders, your back. Maybe you feel their cheek on your shoulder and yours on theirs. Allow your hearts to expand and sense a new horizon of love. Next, allow yourself to feel deeply into acceptance, compassion, and let them know that you're ready to forgive yourself for perceiving any fault in them. For you're realizing that maybe you were just seeing them with colored lenses of the past. And at this moment, you're ready to share with them that you love them exactly the way they are. Thank them. Thank you. I love you exactly the way you are. Let your hands touch your heart as you sincerely thank them. Thank you. I love you exactly the way you are. Thank you. I love you exactly the way you are. I see the soul, the higher self that you truly are, and I allow that to be who I meet now. Next, give them appreciation. Let them know, thank you, I love you, and I love how you do whatever it is that you can think of that you truly appreciate about them. Whether it's how they care for your child or your home, whether it's how they care for others, whether it's how they fold your laundry, whatever that is, let them know right now, thank you. I love you. And thank you for being. Make peace with the appreciation that you have for them right now, even before the upgrades you're about to witness. Thank you, I love you. I love how you, and anything else that comes to you. Last, let's activate new possibilities. Open your heart even more and feel as if you have a new relationship with this being right now. The higher self version of them is ready to be here with you now. Assume it is done right now. Breathe and feel in your heart a deep expansion, and smile as you visually imagine smiling with them and relating in new ways. Either allow scenes to come to your vision or put visions in that show you getting along in the most amazing ways. Smiling, laughing, sharing, honoring, respecting, and appreciating each other exactly the way you are, as love, as the highest versions that you're allowing them to be now. Smile and give them thanks for coming to this, to play, to heal, to grow together. Thank them for being this now, with you always. Thank yourself for allowing your perceptions to shift and for allowing yourself to have this new relationship with yourself, with your thoughts, with your visions, and with your knowings of this new version of them is here now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give thanks to your higher power, to God eternal that you are. Open your eyes and do any journaling of the exercises. Thank you. Check out our next video on forgiveness of self practice, and make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I love you.